What's going on, guys? Trang here, back with another banger. I'm in my humble abode, aka my dorm. And today we will be talking about dividend investing, and I'm going to give you guys a quick introduction to my portfolio. So what is a dividend? A dividend, owner of the Dimsdale Dividend. A dividend is basically a distribution of a company's earnings to its shareholders, which is also determined by the company's board of directors. In simpler terms, let's say I was starting an Apple business and you guys give me $5 to invest in my company, and I give you a portion of my company, like ownership, in the form of a share. After a year of holding on to that share, I decided to give you guys $1 to incentivize you for holding on to that share as a thank you. And that's basically what dividend investing is. In real life, just think of that on larger terms with varying stock prices, whether it's $10, $100, $1,000, instead of that $5, and varying dividend rates of like 5%, 10%, or like even 0.5%. Instead of that dollar I decided to give you. You do that on a larger scale with more money, and that's basically dividend investing. If you want a real life example, take the price of Apple. As of now, it's at $100 and $170.33. Multiply that number by a dividend yield of 0.52 or 0.0052 in the calculator, and you get about 88 cents per share. It might not seem a lot at first, but once you think about having multiple Apple shares and hundreds of thousands of different companies you can invest in, that could multiply that 88 cents to $1, $5, or even $10,000 a year. Just a note as well, not all companies pay yearly. Some, like Realty Income, pay monthly since they are a real estate investment trust or a REIT. Others pay quarterly, so every 4 months, and it all depends on the company on the company you're investing. And websites like Yahoo Finance are great for research if you want to do that. So why am I dividend investing, you may ask? Personally, I think the foundation of building wealth is having multiple sources of income rather than just the daily 9 to 5. There's 67 sources that you can control and earn money passively. Once you put in the initial time and effort, whether that is a vending machine business, starting a YouTube channel, or in this case starting a dividend portfolio, these are just stepping stones I am personally taking towards financial freedom, but that path may always be different for others. Just begin by working towards what you love, like there's strong suits such as doing side hustles for art, running errands for others such as Instacart, DoorDash, providing some kind of service that people enjoy and will come back to. I've been dividend investing for almost a year now. I'm about to hit the 1-year mark, and I just wanted to document this journey with you guys, especially during a time of the crash in 2022 and what my plans are. And of course, this isn't financial advice at all. Just think of it as entertainment, as I'm documenting my personal journey towards financial freedom, and I just wanted you guys to join with me. Now, looking at my M1 Finance portfolio, you can see that I have exactly $1,331.29. With a total market gain of about almost 9% this year, which is about $38 in appreciation, aka the stock price going up. In that same time frame, I've received a whole 30 schmackaroony from just dividends alone for a total gain of approximately $67. If we go to the funding history, we can see that I've only put around $12.65 of my own money, and the rest has just been from appreciation, dividends, as well as $100 in free referrals. Speaking of referrals, if you guys want to earn a free $50, go ahead and click the link in the description below with my M1 Finance referral link, and if you deposit $100, you can go ahead and build your own portfolio and join this journey with me. Anywho, going back to the main topic, I'm just going to give you guys a rundown of my portfolio. It might not match up to my previous, like whatever you just watched, just because I'm recording on different days, but we're just going to keep going. So we have Jankfoots as my tech stock, and if you're wondering why I have wonky names for all these, it's just because I think it's fun just to look at it, and people are just confused whenever they look at my portfolio. So Jankfoots is all my tech stock. We got Munchies with consumer goods, and just go ahead and pause the video if I'm going too fast, but I'm just gonna keep rolling through them. So we got Gas Energy and Zoom Gas. Big Baller with no dollars is my bank and financial stock. We got Resmi Jet, that's obviously healthcare. Fortnite is industry material. We got Any Mike, that's gonna be communication. My Hungry is my consumer food. MTV Cribs is a real estate stock. Finally, we got Juice Factory with industry. So why do I prefer M1 Finance? Honestly, I love M1 Finance just because of how easy it is to just set it and forget it. All you have to do is just make your pie, and every time you deposit, the money that put in gets split into each sector of your pie. So if you're lazy, even better. I'm definitely planning on to invest in the long run just because I don't know what's going to happen in the short term, and I don't want to mess with volatility and play with as a college student right now. So even in investing investing in index funds and ETFs as of now, like the S&P 500, which tracks the top 500 companies in the US, it's much better because the average rate of return is 8% rather than when you leave that money in a high interest savings account. It only goes up to like 0.01% in interest every year, which is like, bruh. And you don't want to lose your money to inflation, so I recommend investing if you have nothing else to do with your money. The only downside to M1 though is that it caps all your stock picks to 100 companies. So if you want to invest in more, I recommend having multiple brokerages at hand, or if you plan to move or if anything happens to M1, and if you just want to add more stocks or make another portfolio aside from M1, which I'm just going to use as long-term dividend portfolio investing. I had to add this part, the audio cut out in the original. So you may also be wondering why I'm just not investing in a Roth IRA where I can withdraw that money at 60 tax-free. Personally, as of now, I don't think a Roth IRA is smart for me just because I have such a low income, and putting in that money, I feel like with individual stock picking, I can do much better, which you can see my portfolio was just up 14%, and at some point it was at 18%, 19% up, which means I'm doing well. So I'll just include a picture of that just to show as proof, but you can only contribute a certain amount of money within the Roth IRA. If you're single, you can only contribute 6K if you're making less than 129,000, which I definitely plan to make more money in the future. But as of now, if I do have money though, and I stay under that threshold, I wouldn't mind contributing to one, where that 6K doesn't mean that much to me. But I feel like at that point, I would just keep investing in my own portfolio. But definitely do a Roth IRA if you just want to do this long term and you just have a stable income, and if you like investing in safe companies like the S&P 500. So what stock should I invest in, Mr. Trang? Personally, if you're scared of investing, which I know many of new investors are, go ahead and invest in blue chip stock. They're known as big companies with a great reputation. They're well established in the business game and have dependable earnings. Stocks include Apple, Coke, Johnson & Johnson, just to name a few. Furthermore, these blue chip stocks like Coke and Johnson & Johnson are also known as dividend aristocrats, but not all of them are. They're just known for increasing their dividend yield year after year over the past 25 years through rain or shine, such as the past market crashes you've heard of, which means they're just super dependable. Furthermore, just make sure you generally diversify your portfolio like I have. You just have different sectors. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, aka all in on Apple, and one day tech stocks plummet or magically Apple just doesn't exist anymore and poof, all your money is just gone. Anywho, so just split all your investments across several sectors and invest in things other than stocks such as tangible real estate, which I also have plans to do in the future, so we can probably make some content on that, or the new trends like NFTs if you're into that. But just make sure you do your due diligence and research before you jump in head first and not understand how anything works and you just lose all your money and blame it on somebody else. Remember, your success is in your hands, and nobody else can guarantee that. And generally, as a good rule of thumb, invest in companies you use every day and that you generally enjoy as a product, such as Apple. I have an iPhone, for example, and several other Apple products. And for me, I love Spotify and Nike as well, and a lot of people, in many cases, Starbucks. So what are my plans as of now? Right now, a lot of sources are saying the market is going to crash until around March, but obviously there's a bounce back this week. But experience the GameStop saga, if you know what that is, so I'm a solid diamond hander. I will not be pulling out anytime soon. Furthermore, don't FOMO, aka fear of missing out, just because you hear the news that the market is dropping or your friends are pulling out just to cut their losses. Rather, investors like Warren Buffett look at this as a perfect time to invest. He just sits on cash, and when the market is down, he basically buys everything on sale or discount. And for moments like these, he just goes all in and he buys everything super cheap. And when the market recovers or bounces back, he becomes even richer than before. And genuinely, I believe everyone can do the same. Just make sure you invest consistently. And right now, on most days, I plan to put in around $10 to $25. I wish I put in more because of the bounce back, but you obviously can't time the market, which is why I say invest consistently and just average cost down when anything like this happens. All right, guys, I know that was a lot of information to take in, but that was quite literally the tip of the iceberg. And I was planning to run through tractordividends.com, non-sponsored, one day, but maybe we'll do that in another video. So if you have any questions, criticisms, or concerns, just drop that down in the comments below, and I will try my best to respond to all of them as I can. Also, don't forget to check out my first video if you want to learn a little more about me, and if you like the content, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe as well. Go ahead and click the bell if you want to be notified about my newest post. Thank you guys so much for joining me again on my second video. I really am trying my best to upgrade the quality of the videos as I go. If you guys would like to see some more content from me though, just go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I will say when I'm posting, and if anything interesting happens on the fly, I'll probably post there, and there's some referral links down below below if you guys want some free money for opening your own account. I will plug in my portfolio as well if you would like some inspiration, and maybe we can do a tutorial soon if I find somebody in the future. Hopefully I can make these dividend portfolio updates weekly for you guys, and maybe we can tap into my god-awful crypto portfolio or other investments as well. Thank you guys so much again. I will see you guys in the next video. Let's grow together. Also, shout out to DLITZTV for like the whole dividend portfolio thing. You're one of my biggest inspirations growing up and watching investment portfolio updates. And Alex Staveley, if you guys haven't watched his videos, he started uploading again recently, so go ahead and subscribe and follow him if you want some more content as well. We're probably gonna make similar content, maybe not, but we'll probably just bounce back on and off each other, and hopefully we can start something new. I will be dropping their stuff in the description as well.